Hi, I'm Pigbennis Haterade. This is part 1 of advanced mining techniques. So, you've probably dropped a few probes by now. If you've watched the beginner tutorial, it's fairly simplistic. In the next 3 episodes, we are going to touch on some more advanced mining techniques, as well as highlight some community websites that'll help you out in the Entropia Universe. Within the Entropia Universe are different servers. Here we are on Planet Calypso, and we're taking a look at the map of the Eudoria side of Planet Calypso, and we're looking at different servers. As you can tell, they're kind of squared off. It's easier to see down here with the islands. And each one of these servers has a subset of resources. Now, within these servers, there's going to be different places of resource spawns. Not all these servers and resource spawns are created the same. Each one is going to be slightly different from the other. Now, every planet has planet-specific ores. It's easier to see when you're on planet Arcadia or Rocktropia. But here on Calypso, we're going to aim for the highest markup ores that we can attain with the finder that I have. The finder range, 55 meters, is an important thing to keep in mind when you're mining. You don't ever want to overlap. So we'll push the P button, and that'll bring up our coordinates of where I'm standing currently. We're going to now drop a couple of probes here and see if we can get anything. And we're going to keep in mind the position. Our finder range. Now we hit a dianthus liquid, which is a very good high markup end matter, and we're going to travel along here west until we hit 110 meters away from that previous drop. Now when you drop a probe or probes, 55 meters is the radius around your avatar at the time of the drop. Going 110 meters will put us outside of that drop zone completely. As we can see by pressing P, we're moving along, and we can also take a look at our finder since we have a claim up, and we can see the distance from our previous drop. And then I'm going to drop another probe. And there we go. A second claim. Dropping within the same radius as the initial claim would be overlapping drops and is typically uneco and will result in wasted ped. The search depth of the finder, as you can see on the F105 here, is approximately 522 meters deep. This indicates that the finder will find resources within that range provided that they are available to be found. Resources spawn at different ranges. Some of the more common resources, such as Listerium, which we had just hit, will spawn at a lower and higher range than some other resources. Not all resources spawn within the same range, and some will have minimum depth requirements to be found. So then you're probably asking yourself, how do I find the ranges? Where do I find these resource spawns that are really good in markup? There are a couple community developed websites that you can go to find this information. One is Entropia Life. Entropia Life keeps tracks of globals, HOFs, and the history of your avatar, and also provides you with markup resource maps, as well as various charts and graphs that indicate which times are often better to mine and where. LittleBigMiningLog.com will show you the average search depth as well as the minimum search depth that current miners are getting that resource at. Community websites such as Planet Calypso Forum have a global and HOF section where you can go and do a little bit of research to see where your other miners are mining for ores and resources. Entropia Planets is a great source of news for Entropia Universe and will also contain a global and HOF section. Entropedia.info also contains resource spawns as well as equipment economy charts. And finally, minersmafia.net also contains a touristic guide which contains resource spawns on several of Entropia Universe's planets. I'm Pigmentus Haterade, and I'll see you in the Entropia Universe.
Coming up next, Advanced Mining in Entropia Universe, Part 2, Former and Hell.